we transfer file.
Hi.
So I was
Hi.
checking. I was checking that we transfer file, and it looks like it didn't go through the last time. I tried downloading it, and it said it failed.
Really?
So
That's so strange. Okay, I'll resend
yeah,
it. I don't.
you might,
Yeah.
or
Just.
maybe just put it with this next one or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. No, I can double it up.
That
Yeah,
works too.
because I,
Yeah.
I got all the files. No problem. Yeah, man. Sorry about that.
Cool.
That's
Awesome, man.
kind of trippy, hey?
Oh no, it's all good. How's your week?
Dude, it's been crazy. It's been just full on intense. Yeah, it's like I've been just hustling. Man, I all I did today since I woke up was create slides and infographics. So the whole day.
Wow,
The
that's a
whole
lot, man.
day. It's like, and I've done I couldn't do as much as I wanted to because had so much other stuff. Like, I did
Yeah.
some yesterday, but I've really been dreaming about putting this together anyways. And so this is like so great that you've lit the fire under my ass to put this together. And having a deadline is really great. It's like, oh, I got until
Okay.
5 p.m.
Oh shit. Well, you know what? You could always wing it too. That works, hey?
Well, the thing is, like, yeah, but like, having the visuals, it's so
It
helpful.
is nice though, hey?
It
Yeah.
honestly, it's like, but that kind of thing is not my zone of genius. It's not my,
I see what you mean.
so it kind of like leeches my life force energy. But it's not like I'm gonna be paying, so I'm not paying anyone to do this right now. Like,
Right.
like,
Well, you know
so.
what? It'll be set up for next time, right?
Oh, exactly. And plus, I want a bit of your feed. Obviously, I want your feedback um, from today, like after, like as soon as we're done. I'd like to ask you some questions and stuff, and kind of get that on the record as we're recording. Because yeah, it's really cool, man. Like this is, you know, making the choices. I'm like, wait, how much do I want to unload on this guy? Do I
No
don't want
shit.
to go to, like, there's some advanced, like, when certain like advanced concepts are starting to be brought in. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. It's like I can't explain necessarily everything, but and
You
then
know what?
it's like I got.
There's one weak point that I found when I was working on music this week.
Yeah.
Um, is that we did all of our training, wizard training,
Mm.
in major scales. And if you were to go in a minor scale, would all the chords be minor? I was trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, perfect. So
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna learn about this. And there's one more slide that I wanted to create, but I didn't. However, we're going to talk about that, just exactly that, and
Okay.
what are the chords that are available to you when you're producing in a minor. How are minor and major scales related? You know,
Right.
and different, like, multi-dimensional ways of perceiving major and minor.
Right.
We're going to get into that. So this is a great question. You can have major chords and minor chords in major or minor keys. It's just, where's your home? Like, where's your tonal gravity pulling you towards? Is it a major chord, as in some type of a major kind of a key? Or is it, like, is home base a minor chord? Like, you can, like, move around harmonically, but it always wants to come back home.
Okay. I think I was doing my last song in F minor,
Okay.
and then yeah, I wasn't. I was a little fuzzy on doing what we were doing, but I incorporated all the things we were doing. I was adding seconds,
Nice.
um, and then opening the chords and dropping them and just playing around. This is for that girl's song. She's
Oh,
getting
sweet,
recorded
man.
next week. So yeah,
Can we have a
but
look at it? Like, because that's essentially like the homework. That was the homework, was
okay,
to utilize that.
cool.
So can we, so what I'll do is I'll just quickly be like this, it's like, boom, welcome, dude, you're leveling up. Like, this is what we're up to. Like, back here, I was like, you're gonna master how to consciously create epic chord progressions in minor keys while accessing new chords from parallel minor scales. Buckle up, Buttercup. We're
Okay,
fucking,
so that's what we were doing anyways. That's cool.
yeah, this is what we're doing. So
Awesome.
This is like the main key piece is that. So, but first, I really would love to review sort of how you're integrating the stuff that we were learning, kind of the homework. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing. And look at you. Like, I can see your face. This is so cool. Like, I'm so happy about this. So I gotta figure out how to do that thing. I know there was an easier way to do this. I know it. So if I go, I want to try something. Just one second. Okay, let me just try something. I want to see if I can go back in here. I'm gonna go back to sharing this, and then I want to do this. No, I don't see it in there. Where was that? Because like the other time, like the first time we tried it, it was so easy. It was like, oh, remote control. No. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yep. Oh, well. Here we go. Okay, I'm just trying one more thing. No, I was just trying one more thing, but it looks like I'm gonna just do the traditional way we were doing it. So I'm gonna change host, giving you commanding controls.
Power.
I'll give you the hand of the power.
The power.
Nice, man. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
We can see each other, hey?
Oh man, this is great. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah. So sharing screen, right? Is that what it is? Or...
Yeah. So then share your screen with your. Hopefully you have your project loaded or whatever, and if not, just whatever, and then we can load it up. But get that driver going, the audio driver, and then you're.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, the audio was breaking up there.
Okay, I was saying it's he's put too much time to it. I don't want to put. Are you hear me?
I know the connection's just super granulated. Maybe it's better now. Try again.
Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Yeah, now I can.
Hello.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's been really bad internet here lately.
Yeah.
I still have. So here's my stick. Okay, I'm kind of in against 5G.
Yes.
And I don't want 5G in my house if I can help it.
Yeah, I understand.
I have old school internet, and I don't want to change it.
I know. I just got the new TELUS stuff, so I hear you, man.
Yeah, it's all 5G now. Hey,
it's probably going 6.
It might actually work the way it's set up.
Okay.
So do you want to hear the track? It's just
sure. Let's see if it plays. Yeah, let's see if the audio is sharing.
Okay, and I'll show you the chords in a sec. But,
great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, cool. It goes like this. So picture her big voice on this one.
Nice. Oh.
Whoa. What you're doing on the piano, which I really like that. So it's every 30-second. So the chord doesn't just play; it goes ding. You know how?
Yeah, it's like yeah.
I was listening how you play your piano, right? So that gave me the inspiration for that.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, dude, can we go back a bit and play more? Because the internet started going crazy, and then
Okay.
it all garbled up on me for a little portion. Can we try go back
Yeah,
about
I'll just play this part. This is it's looped right now. I didn't
Okay,
want to put too much work into it until I get her voice, and then I'm gonna work the whole thing together, right?
nice.
But this is just the piano chords.
Sure.
I'll get it looped here.
I had a good call with Peter yesterday about all this stuff.
Is he in Mexico still?
No, he's back. He's back.
Ah, he's back. Okay. Yeah, I was getting ready for He's coming here in a couple of days.
Yeah, I know, right? I just talked with him earlier.
Yeah, and I realized my bathroom downstairs isn't set up. Like, I can't take any baths in there. It was all like leaking.
Mm,
I could take a shower, but not a bath, right? Like, I have two bathrooms,
I see.
one upstairs, and he's staying upstairs. So I was like, shit, I better get that bath going before he gets here. So I
Right.
had to re epoxy the whole fucking base.
Oh, wow.
It was rusting around the drain. So it's 2 days of like living in fumes and stuff.
Oh my god. At least you have a bidet though. So fuck, like no.
Yeah. But the bidet doubles as a toothpick. Just like that over it and it's cleans.
Right, yeah. Oh my god.
That's gross. But anyways, check it out. So this is what the chords sound like just on their own. Like and I think I went for number 9 on our list, if I can remember.
Okay.
For whatever chords, right? Number 9.
Yep.
Like, yeah. So check it out.
Okay, I'm down, man. I'm so in. Nice. Oh yeah.
From there and everything.
There's one note in there. I'm hearing dude, I love the sound of this, by the way. I'm loving how you're integrating this. This is brilliant. This is great what you're doing rhythmically, harmonically. You're adding the twos. You want to tell me what these chords are? Give me a rundown on, can you?
It was number 9.
Yeah, but like
1 to 10 scale.
So, okay, so this is good.
Yeah.
But can you now, looking at this, consciously tell me what you're doing harmonically? What are the chords? Like which, like not just like the Roman numerals but like you're in a key, you think you're in A minor, but I'm seeing.
I don't even remember, dude. Let's just be honest here. I think I went on this chart again. But what did I do? To do F minor, I feel like it was like. Maybe it was a G minor. No, actually, shit. I remember what it was now. I remember what it was. I did go on the.
You got a D minor chord here, and then you got an A minor chord here.
Major.
No, it's
sorry. I went D major. It was a major scale on this one. So
no, I was just.
And it was on the 9th. So let's check the chart real quick.
Sure.
I took a screenshot of it.
Cool.
So it was a 6, a 3, a 4, and a 1.
Let me write this down.
So that's
6, 3, 4, 1. Okay. So let me let's go back into
the D.
So your 6th chord is, you started on the 6, so that's D minor 6. So you're in F. You're actually in F. D is the 6 of F. F major.
Yeah, so I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But that's D major. You're not in D major. You're in actually F major. If you're doing
F major?
Maybe yeah, because the 6th chord is a minor chord.
Okay, you're right. It was F major.
So and the reason your DAW is showing A sharps, it's actually B flat same note and harmonically the same note, but in the you see how you got these A sharp,
Yeah.
A sharps. That's really B flat,
I was
right?
going back to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I was going back to the scale, so it's A sharp was a B flat, correct?
Cool. So okay, great. This is awesome. I'm stoked, man. Now, okay, let me look under the hood here. Am I seeing every note, or is there notes up higher above that high C4?
There was higher notes, yes.
Okay, I want to see every note. I want to. Okay, well, I guess then I can't see the note names. Okay, that's better.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah.
Now I can see it. So perfect. So we got your 6th chord, which is your D minor. Awesome. D, F, A. Root, minor 3rd, perfect 5th. Nice. And then you do like a nice little arpeggio up top, the D, F, A, and then down to the F to your 3 chord, which is your A minor triad of F, right? So you're doing A minor. Nice. Okay. And then you're doing these great little these lead ups. Wow, rhythmically really advanced, really great. That's super fucking awesome, man. And then you're going to your 4 chord, which is your B flat major, and so which is A sharp and harmonically here, right? So A sharp or B flat.
Okay.
Your major 3rd is D, F, and you're kind of rolling it. You're kind of like it's like a glissando on a piano kind of thing, which is really cool effect. Fucking awesome that I'm so glad that's so cool that I inspired. And then boot it up, and then there's this
it's cool that you can look at this and see what it's doing because I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you're going down to your 1 chord, which is your F, and you're using those lower notes. You're opening up your voicing there. It's nice and open. And then you add your 9 there. Fucking brilliant. But you're using you do a little grace note of an A there.
Yeah, I think every other one I did a second.
You did a little grace note. Can I is that looped or is that's looped, hey?
Yeah, it is looped, yeah.
Okay.
You want to hear it one more time?
Yeah, definitely. I just
with the whole thing because I have
no, just the piano for now. Just the piano. I just want to
the piano. Okay.
Yeah, because there was something in there. I was like, I'm not sure what I'm hearing. I want to make sure I'm
dissonant. Maybe?
There was maybe one thing, but I don't know. I can't. Hold on.
It's here, right? This one.
There's something in there.
Yeah, it's the second.
Hold on.
There's a third.
There's just I don't know what it is. So the notes look fine. That's what's weird.
There's a second in there. So
where is it?
In this third one here.
Yeah, but I don't see a second in there. That's a B flat major triad. B flat.
Sharp? The one that starts with A sharp.
A sharp, which is B flat. Sorry. Yeah. So A sharp. You got your octaves, your roots there, and then you got your major 3rd, which is your D3, right?
I think it might be the F or something. That's dissonant.
But that's the perfect 5th, so that there shouldn't be a dissonant note. I don't understand why I'm hearing something, but I'm not.
I know exactly.
But I'm not seeing it.
You mean. Yeah.
But I don't even see it in there. That's what I mean. I'm like, it looks mathematically fucking perfect, but I'm wondering if it's because of that.
And the second is a D.
Yeah. That's your 3rd, your major 3rd of your 4 chord, which is B.
Oh, that's what makes it dissonant right here. So if I was to get rid of that,
no,
just for shit,
no, that should be totally fine.
But just for shits and gigs, it'll just sound.
Let's see. But there's some. I don't know if it's maybe the E grace note up top. I don't hear anything.
Just that.
Oh.
That D.
Let me see. Oh, no, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's I know what it is. It's not that D. It's not the D. Hold on. No.
D should have been a C maybe.
Your 2nd chord. It's on your 2nd chord. It's the A sharp. It's the A sharp 3. Here. Like
right.
That's the note. That note. It's rubbing with it's not an available chord tone or a chord extension.
Ah, you're right, because there's A's here. Why
Yeah,
would you have an A sharp?
yeah. So that's creating a
You're
flat
right.
9 interval, and it's like rubbing. So
Good.
make
Good
that.
eye, dude. Good.
Yeah, that there's just one note. That was it. Like I was like, so make
Gotta
that an
switch it
A,
out
and
now.
everything's gonna be fucking like, and change that one to yeah. Now you're good, man. Everything's gonna be fucking.
Oh, that's a good eye, man. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, no, I could hear it. I was like, I could hear the flat 9.
Nice. I better change that up here too because I think I used the same chords for the pads.
This is great, man. Look
But
at you.
that's a good ear, man.
Dude, yeah,
That's a
well,
good
this is
ear.
what I do, man. This is what I do.
For sure.
Man, I'm so
Oh, wait,
impressed.
I'm doing something different. I'm doing something different here.
Okay, show me. So you're utilizing things differently in here, rhythmically
Yeah,
and in your chord voicings. Okay.
yeah. If I change these ones, hold on. I'm gonna go change these ones as well. Just don't want to forget the changes that were made.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Makes sense.
So here, let's see what these ones are doing now.
Okay. Aha. So these have fifths stacked. You got. Nice. Sick, man. Love it. Fucking love it. So, what's cool about. Is this like. Is this looks like next level for you? This is what this is next level, dude.
Okay, cool. You know what? I went and looked at a Tiesto song, called All Nighter. It's his latest one, and I was kind of borrowing some ideas from that, not from the chords, just on the way he's shaping the sounds. Like it's all like filtered
Yes.
sounds. So
cool.
Like yeah, I was just getting started on this, eh? Like
man,
and I didn't want to go too far because I'm gonna get her voice on there, and then I'm really gonna attack it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what you've done with that sound, that new sound, doing those chords, that sound has perfect fifths layered into it.
Right.
And so what you're doing is now it's double stacking those fifths on every chord tone that you play. So it's actually making them major sevenths and major ninth chords. And it's
I don't even know what I'm doing or what I'm
playing. No, but it's like a cool effect. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it steps out depending on what chord tones are doubled up. That fifth can make it step right out of the key signature just a smidgen, like one note. So you'll hear that, but like because not everything is a perfect fifth. Because anyway, I don't want to geek out too hard on it, but that's an awesome effect, and it's super effective for what you're doing. Yeah, it's really working there, man. I'm stoked.
Awesome, dude. Well, this is.
How are you? How do you feel about this? Is this like what have you been able to do that?
I love that I can incorporate the stuff that you're teaching me into music, which is awesome. I was bored of the same old chords I was doing before, and this is awesome. And yeah, the only thing is I'm really curious about like how to build this stuff in minor scales, or like.
Well, you actually are writing in D minor. You're writing this. This is actually in D minor, and we're going to talk about it. D minor.
Okay, see that
you didn't know. You just naturally went there because you started on the sixth chord of F. So we're gonna now it's gonna make logical sense. So today I'm gonna help you make logical sense for you today. Okay?
That's exactly what I.
So we're gonna revisit this a little bit later once we get further into the content that I created for you today. How does that sound?
Sounds awesome, dude.
Cool, man. You're gonna fucking have the aha moment. That's what you're gonna have today. Okay? This is gonna be great. So I'm gonna need to take back the controller of the old. I need to take back the power.
No.
All right, brother from another mother. Let's. I'll share this, and then I'll share Nice. So that's good. And then go back into here. So you're like, you know, right? That's your chord progression.
Okay, well, oh, that was it. Okay,
That was the
sounds
chord progression you did. I didn't like fancy it up rhythmically, but those were the chords that you just
okay.
produced,
Great.
and you made them sound freaking outstanding. So that's super rad.
Thanks, man.
So what we've done, we've already nailed number one. We reviewed you, like you're implementing this stuff, man.
Cool.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I want to see. That's like, if we don't use it, there's no point in doing this thing
No,
together.
for sure. Yeah,
Right?
I still don't know what to call it or this or that, but it sounds good. That's all I know.
Cool. Well, so the idea is through repetition, right? Fourth level, third level of learning, we're gonna be keep on repeating these things. Like, okay, right now we've only been thinking about perceiving everything from a major key perspective, right?
Mhm.
So now today we're gonna compare the major to the minor scales, okay? And then we're gonna like look at, there's a number of minor scales. There's the natural minor scale that we're all used to hearing. Then there's the harmonic minor scale, and then there's the melodic minor scale. And just like, how we stacked every other note in the major key, you can stack, to create the chords available in that scale, right?
Okay.
You remember, how we make chords. Anyway,
Stacking. Okay.
so we're going to be stacking, we're seeing what kind of chords are available in these other minor scales too. So I'm going to teach you how to find what's called the relative minor of a major key. And there's a secret trick I'm going to teach you, and it's going to give you the aha moment. And you're going to find out. Now I'm going to give you access to more different types of chords that you can produce music with. And then I put together my top 10 chord progressions in minor for you. And then I'm going to coach you on producing a beat using these. Or we could like dive into your project, and whichever you prefer, to maximize the value that you want to get from our time. Okay. And the idea is, Jesus, why does my computer do this shit? I'm just like, fuck you stupid thing. I didn't do anything, you fucking asshole. Anyways, and then we're gonna.
No, I definitely I'll take more than one red pill. Like every
Yeah.
day.
So this is it. Are you ready for a few new red pills? Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, well,
I'll
how about
take
this?
that.
Because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So level 4, man, you're leveling up. This is huge. So we're going to look at minor scales from a multi-dimensional type of perspective. So first, from that parallel perspective, this will make sense in a second. And then from a relative perspective. So when I say parallel, I mean like comparing C major to C minor to C harmonic minor. Okay, like just to notice the difference. Like, what is the mathematical
sort of compare C major to C minor? Okay.
Great. Yeah. So just to see like the intervals, like remember everything is that's the language of music we're dealing with, and that's what I want you to memorize. And like this is like a messy looking whatever hodgepodge of fucking fly shit at 50 feet. It means nothing. It's just little symbols and numbers and it's just like geeking out. It's like matrix language, right? It's the music. It's the matrix of music. This is the language, right?
Semitones or whatever. Yeah.
So like in our major scale, we had our C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, our root, major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh.
Yeah.
And we had the blueprint for that. So now we look at the natural minor scale. Notice in red, the third scale degree.
So wait, what's I know this is I don't know if you're gonna have an answer for this, but maybe you might. What's this like a natural minor scale and a harmonic minor scale and a melodic minor scale? Like what are the differences?
That's what we're gonna walk through that today. We're gonna
Okay.
And I can't deep
Is
dive.
Like a sound though?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
So notice the difference. Like I highlighted in red the notes that are different from C major.
I see.
And the ones that are red are flattened. by a half
Okay.
step.
So they're only one semitone off on
yeah,
other scales. I see that.
yeah. So the third, when you look at the C natural minor scale,
Yeah.
the third scale degree, the E is now flattened to an E flat.
Yeah.
So it has a minor third, right?
Right.
Hence why it's a minor scale, right? And then the sixth scale degree, which is the A in the major scale, is now flattened by that half step to become the A flat. And the seventh is, instead of a B, it's flat to a B flat. And that's your natural minor. Just the 3, 6, and the 7 are flattened.
Interesting. Okay, this is cool.
So this is just like, this is a parallel perspective, like comparing C major to C minor. Now we're going to compare, C major to C harmonic minor. Now notice there's only 2 notes that are flattened, not 3, right? So the third scale degree, we can look at it from this perspective if you want. This is like, we all know about this. See, the piano is color coded, right? It's cool. Yeah. C major is all the white keys, so we can see the difference between the majors and the minors from C when we compare. Like,
I was actually liking that last chart because I could see the difference.
Good. No, this is good. No, but like, what I have, I'll show you. I made a shit ton of slides, man. but
okay,
but
awesome,
let's hang out here. No, this is good because because you can see the piano here, right?
Right.
And you can see the sort of the math of the language of the intervals, the differences, right? So the C harmonic minor scale has that minor third. That E is flattened, right? The third scale degree is flattened. The sixth scale degree is flattened, just like natural minor. But the seventh degree is major,
it's the same as the C major,
same as the C major,
right?
And that has, so here's C major, right?
Yeah.
Then we got minor third, right?
Yeah.
Minor sixth, minor seventh.
Okay.
Right? Now we got C harmonic minor has that.
Ooh, that's kind of Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. It has this like really almost like ethnic. Right? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You can't have that sound unless it's harmonic minor, dude.
Yeah.
So like fuck, and now all of a sudden your melodies can be slightly different. And I'm gonna give you, some insight into that.
I'm really stoked to start making songs in these other scales, man.
Yeah, dude. So, and I realized there's a tip that I didn't write down, so I'm gonna make a note right now. Hopefully I don't forget. Remind me. Okay. Great. So now let's look at the melodic minor scale. The only one note difference.
It's a nice scale.
It's interesting. It's a jazzy scale. Right?
Wow. Okay.
Whatever. It's just like weird shit. Like it gets into the jazz, but like we're not gonna deep dive into these yet. Okay, we can't. It is next level. So the cool thing, here's the major scale, our natural minor scale. This is, you're gonna have visuals. Okay, I want you to see this. So as you can see here, the third scale degree and the sixth and the seventh are all flattened. Cool. That's the primary difference. So because of that, now you have that minor third. If C is your home bass is now a minor triad. You stack every other note, it's a C minor.
You could still have major chords in a minor scale.
Correct. So
okay, see this, this is what I needed to know, dude.
Yeah. So it's just, where's your home? So like you know, we're gonna extrapolate this further, okay? But like this is just from a parallel perspective at first. But the main difference is you're gonna see the third, the sixth, and the seventh are flat for a natural minor scale, okay? And when we look at the harmonic minor, yes, the third is flattened, just like the natural minor. The sixth is flattened also, but that major seventh, the B over here, that's not, it's still there. And that gives you that. What this does is actually, watch, this gives you the ability when you're on the 5 chord to make your fifth chord can be major. Okay, so the only difference here is like that 7th scale degree, that B, right? You see that B there? Mm-hmm. If that was a B flat, this G chord would be a G minor in the key of C minor, right?
I don't know if I'm following that so much, but okay.
But watch.
This sounds Arabic or
yeah. So when you have, because that B is natural in the harmonic minor scale, when you just, you know, because on any one of these scale degrees, you can just build a chord, right? Every other note from that particular scale. In a C natural minor, this would be a G minor triad versus, and that actually provides, that makes a huge difference in the tonality. And I can't spend an hour explaining that, but I just want you to know that's the main difference.
Right. I realize if you want to hear that chord that you're on, you got to play with those, the third and the sixth, and that's what gives it the feel. I understand that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're just looking at it from a C perspective, but don't worry, like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, is the harmonic minor scale is going to make, when you're on the 5 chord, you can have a major triad as opposed to a minor. And it's just like, that's natural minor versus, right?
It's so all major scales and minor scales share the same pattern of the 3 and the 6 in a harmonic minor scale.
Yes. So the harmonic minor, this order of intervals, a root, a major second, minor third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major seventh. It's the same. If you wanted to make, you could now build a harmonic minor scale on any.
Okay, interesting.
It's so just the exact same. It's the same math. It's like
mathematical.
Okay. Yeah. So all this whole steps between. Yeah. So I gave you the blueprint for it. So now you got it.
That's cool. That's cool.
So anytime you want to, you know, do play around in this key, we'll explore. Okay, we're going to explore a bit more. Now the melodic minor scale is the only degree that's flattened compared to the major scale.
Right. So flatten is just taking it one semitone down, right?
Yeah, correct.
That's all it is. Okay.
Yeah. So what's interesting about this is now see that A, that 6th degree, and the 7th degree. Those are still major. You know, that's a major 6th and a major 7th. So what ends up happening is in this key, you can have not only when you're on the 5 chord, this could be a major instead of a minor from natural minor. The 4 chord will be a major instead of the minor. So this is we can like borrow these chords when we're producing in minor. There's more chords. I don't want to do all of them. I just don't want to overwhelm you. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to be careful not to overwhelm you. So we're gonna revisit this in a different capacity, okay? And hopefully it doesn't all have to make sense right now, but I just want to give you some more chord options when you're producing beats in a minor scale, okay? So this is going to be, this is like this slide that shows you the difference between them all in one kind of place, okay? Your major scale, you know, you got your natural minor, you got your flat 3 and 6 and 7, and then your harmonic minor is just your 3rd and your 6th, that's flattened, and your melodic minor is just the 3rd scale degree that's flattened. Now, this is something to explore. I don't want to, like, I can't deep dive into it right now because I don't want to, like, confuse you because there's more things that we'll cover that. It's actually more advanced than my epic chords mastery if I was to get into the melodic minor scale harmony. it's more advanced, and that's where all the jazz chords exist, is in melodic minor scale harmony.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
and that will give you like, and I'd like to eventually get you there. In fact, I might have to do a special course.
Yeah, I totally want to know about jazz.
So that's like, it's kind of like I haven't created that yet. I've just gone to the epic chords, man. So right now we're in Triad Wizard training, and you're about to literally graduate. Okay, man. So this is a secret tip. So now, remember when you were producing that beat, you thought you were in F major, but you were really in D minor because you were starting on the 6th scale degree. So this is a secret tip. So how do you find the relative minor of any major scale? So you pick any, say it's just C. All you do is you just go down a minor third, like that flat 3, or you just go down 3 little half steps. You can go up a major 6th if you want. That's just way more work, right? But just go down those 3 half steps to find your relative minor scale, which is A minor. Okay.
I'm trying to understand it. So you go to your 6th.
Yeah. So in the key of C, every major scale, doesn't matter what key, it doesn't matter. You go to the 6th scale degree, and that is the natural relative minor. And if you make that your home, because they share the same notes. So instead of C being my home bass, right?
Yeah.
This is all the same notes from C major. They're relative. I'm just choosing to make A my tonal gravity center.
Okay.
So the same was happening with you. Say, like, this is so helpful to know, because you can simply choose any key, like say F major, go down 3, half steps instead, or go up a major 6, go down 3, whatever. And you'll find D minor, and that's your relative minor, and you make that home. Like, you make that the root, you make that 0, you make that like the center of the universe, and you build from that point. You go on a journey, but you always come back to that new home base, that root.
So so the A note, which is the 6th.
Yeah. Is now going to become 1. It's now 1.
But then, so you go down 3 half steps. So that would be right to a B, right? Or wait.
No, what key are you talking about?
I was just trying to figure out what you were saying. So the A.
Yeah, so like
if I go down 3 semitones from an A, right?
No, from C, because like here we are in C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? C, E, F, G, F, G, A, B, C. So I'm just using the top C, and I'm going down those 3 half steps to go.
Oh, you're going from the top C.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
But either way, if I went from the bottom C, I still end up at A anyways. It's just a different octave. I just didn't have that many notes down there, right? So I just thought.
Right, so that'd be an A minor scale from a C, right?
Yes, yeah.
I see. Okay.
Or a C major scale from A. C major. So what ends up happening is now C major is the relative. So if you're wanting to write in A minor, you're in the same key signature as C major. That's the relative major of A minor. They're both the same exact 7 notes. They share the exact same key signature. There's no sharps, there's no flats. It's just which one do you want to be root, home, tonal center? So you can pick A and have it be A minor, or you can pivot and have C be home and be in major land.
Okay.
And all of those chords are still available. Every single chord is available in A minor. It's just now, I know this might be kind of strange. It's a very strange concept to try to explain, but I'm gonna try to do this a bit more. So
you can play back and forth between
the
chords. Is what you're trying to say.
Well, yeah, you can go hang out in relative major for a while, but you're still in the same key. It doesn't matter. It's just a different way of.
understand from like producing on the computer point of view how that would be useful.
Well, figure this.
Mhm.
You were producing that tune. At first, you told me it was an F minor,
Okay.
right? You remember that? But
Oh no, so yeah, I guess F major. Sorry.
it was actually F major, but really, the relative minor of F is D minor. That's where you started. That's your home. You're actually producing in D minor, but you didn't know.
No, I didn't even know it, man.
You didn't even know you were.
I went
But
up to the sixth.
yeah, you just naturally did it.
Yeah.
You know, and so here's the chart. All these on the outer circle are the major keys: C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, G flat. You know, all those. On the inner wheel is the relative minors. They share the same pool of notes, the same key signature.
Right.
It's just a different, like, where do you want to plant your flag for home? Do you want to write an E minor? That's really in G major. They have the exact same 7 notes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
It's like, is this making a little bit more?
It is making a little bit more sense.
Cool, because it's this is your secret. This chart here will save you your ass. Yeah,
Sure.
and the trick, just pick any major scale.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Go down 3, a minor third, and that's your minor. That's your minor key. That's your.
Okay.
So pick a. Okay, C sharp.
Yes, you got A
C sharp major.
Yeah, A sharp then. Minor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the same pool of notes. It's just where do you want to hang out at home? Like what's like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So starting from a minor chord or starting from a major chord, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much almost it. So, but like we were like really producing beats in minor while thinking like we were in the major key because they can both work. So because you started on the 6 minor chord, which was actually really the 1 minor chord of D minor. Right?
I know you can figure this one out. But okay, so let's say I was in a D minor scale and I started on the sixth. On the sixth, what chord would that be? You know what I mean?
The 6th of D minor.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, let's think of it from C for now, just because we're gonna move into a relative perspective. Good question. What's the sixth? So I'm gonna let's go into, instead of thinking in parallel, like how we were like comparing C major to C minor to C natural, harmonic minor. Let's go C major, but let's dive into the relative minor instead of the parallel. Okay. So the relative minor of C is, go down 3. What is it?
A minor.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So now A is the root.
Yeah.
A is 1. The second scale degree is a major second. Now it's C. The root happens to be that's the flat 3. It's not the 1.
Okay.
That all relative to A, because now A is home. That's the root.
So it would be an A major chord as
No.
the 1.
No, A minor is A minor.
Okay. So in a minor scale,
yeah,
the 1, like let's say I was to do a chord from there, like
yep,
1, 3, and a 5.
yeah. So there,
E.
that forms an A minor triad.
That's A minor.
Yeah, okay, this is all the keys, same key as C major. We're just going down a third, a minor third, down to A, and making A minor 1, making it home, making it the root, making it the tonal center. All the tonal gravity wants to just go back home to A minor.
Okay, so in a major scale, I'm just trying to figure this out in my brain. So the 1 would always be a major note.
Nope.
So it's just the
no
3,
major.
It was the 3, the 6 in a major scale were minors, right? And that's it.
So This is the same. This is the C major scale right here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. It's just the C major scale going from A to A instead of from C to C.
Okay. Um,
Does that?
yeah, I was just trying to think in the chords, like so the root would be a minor chord, and the second would be a minor chord. Uh, all of them
The
would be
second
minor
one is a
chords.
diminished. So normally A is the sixth minor chord of C major, right?
Um, not really reflecting back and forth from a major to minor. Not worrying about that so much. Um, worrying more, or not worrying, but like just thinking more about like let's say C in the C major scale, your second, your third, and your sixth are minor chords, right?
That's correct.
So I'm just curious in a minor scale, how many of those chords are minor? Are like all of them minor? Or
They're all the same chords, just in a different order. It's the same 7 notes. So now watch. So you're instead of A minor, A being the 6 minor chord, now it's the 1 minor chord because we're treating it as one.
okay, so this is what I'm curious about
Yeah.
because I was
So
trying to I'm trying to write in minor scales.
yes.
And I'm trying to understand like how
Hmm.
the one, the two, the three, which ones are minor, and those ones, and which ones are major.
Exactly. So they're all the same chords that are available in the major scale. The relative major and the relative minor, they share the exact same notes. It's just where is your home base?
Right.
When we're thinking, you're used to only thinking of it in major. I'm trying to do my best to explain that each major key has a minor key built right in. It just starts from a different scale on the 6th scale degree. And
Okay.
instead of calling it 6, let's call it 1 now.
Right.
So we're just changing the order. It's the same notes, the same chords, the exact same as the relative major, the
So
same key.
you're only starting on the three, is what you're saying.
I'm starting on the 6 from
Oh, six. Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Six.
So
Yeah.
the A minor is the relative minor of C major by going down the 3, right? You see, you just go down the minor third.
Right.
If you go up a minor third, you find the relative major, right? If you were in E minor or D minor, the relative major of D minor, you just go up a minor third instead of to find what's the parent key, what's the parent major scale key. So that's this is
So your three and your six in a major, sorry, in a minor scale. Those are
flat
C, E.
C, F, and
So
G.
so would the three still be a minor, or would the three be a major
It's
chord?
actually now major because it's a
Okay,
C.
so there's a major chords then.
Yeah, so C major. It's a flat 3. It's the minor. It's built on the minor third scale degree of A natural minor, which is still in the key. It's this. They share the same key signature as C major, the same notes. It's just that now instead of C being 1, it's the flat 3 relative to A because now A is 1. Do you see
I
what?
guess I'm trying to think of it. My brain works very mathematically.
Mhm.
So if I can get the blueprints and in my mind, I'll be like, okay, you know what I mean. So are all natural minor scales? I don't know. I'm getting too far ahead. I always look for like a formula, right?
Yeah. Well, the formula is that the major and minor coexist
Right. So
simultaneously. It's just which it's like a pair. They're
yeah.
the same thing. Just where do you want to treat your home base? You want to start it on the major chord, which is
Yeah.
C in the key of C,
Yeah.
or do you want to start it on the 6th scale degree, which is the A minor, the relative minor, but now we're treating that as 1 instead of C as 1. So the pattern has just shifted. It's just the same exact intervals, the same stuff, the same notes, the same exact chords that are available.
Right. But if you're writing notes in this scale, so I'm just looking at it now from the counting. 1, 2, 3. That was to be a minor. 1, 2, 3. That would be a minor. Major, minor,
So
minor, major, major.
yeah. So look, if we start from C, that's major, minor, minor, major, major, and then minor and diminished. So it's just the order has we just starting from a different point in the exact same order. That's all.
Right. It's kind of nice to know, like, if I'm just writing it and I don't look at any of these scales, like we are doing in the major scales,
Right.
I could just do it from memory, like.
Yeah, no, exactly. So now, like when you're thinking in relative minor land, it's
Yeah.
like it's like a relative universe. It's like it's sort of like the exact same place, but starting from a different position.
Right.
So the 6 is now the 1, the 7 is now the 2, the
Right.
1 is now the flat third. The
Yeah.
2 is now the 4. The 3 is now the 5, and now the old 4 is now the flat 6. Oh, and then the 5 is now the flat 7, or the minor 7. And now we build, the chords, every other note on each of those scale degrees, the exact same chords that were available in C major, just at different starting point to do the same order.
No, I understand that. In my mind, though, I always keep them separate, like the
Yeah.
major and the minor scales, but I can see there's a correlation, and
They're
that's cool.
So this is the craziest part. Like this is what blew my mind when I started going into music theory. It's all interconnected and all interrelated, superimposable. It starts getting really freaking crazy like that. It just keeps doing that. It's like there's an intelligent design. Imagine that, like some type of like super intelligence that created this intelligent design, and it's all interconnected, interdependent, and superimposable. Oh my God. Anyway, is this making sense? I don't know if I hope I'm not confusing you, but I'm the main point I want to drive home is that the relative
connected.
It's all interconnected. So now this is the A natural minor, right? So now let's look at A harmonic minor, which doesn't exist in C major. It's just its own thing. Okay, it's different. So A harmonic minor is the exact same as A natural minor, except for that 7th scale degree. So normally that would be a G natural, right? But that provides it. Like from F to the G sharp, that's actually a minor third. It's not a whole step or a half step. That's actually 3 half steps. Your F, that flat 6th, right? To the major 7th. Right?
Yeah.
So normally there would be from A natural minor, the 7th scale degree would be G natural, or a flat 7 minor 7. But in A harmonic minor, it's a major 7, which changes some important things. So we already showed you that in the C, but in A natural minor, normally if you were to build a triad off the 5th scale degree, it would be a minor triad. But in this case, because we have the raised 7th, the major 7th, we have a 5 major chord. Okay, and this is a chord that we can borrow, instead of, because normally in the key of C major or the relative minor of A minor, that would be an E minor chord. You see what I'm saying? Because G sharp doesn't exist in C major or A natural minor. It's all the white keys, but because that note is raised up that half step to a G sharp, which does not exist in C major or the relative minor A minor because they're the same notes, all of a sudden some of the chords will change.
Right.
So
that's no longer a major chord. It's now a minor chord, right?
Well, this would normally be a minor chord, but now it's major. It's
Oh, of I see. Okay.
Yeah, because the E and the G sharp, because when we're stacking every other note, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, I understand.
Because normally that would have been a G natural. That would have formed an E minor triad.
Right.
But that'd be like from E or A minor to the.
This is a reference from the other minor scale, right? The natural minor scale.
Yeah, so like just that'd be
Yeah.
like that'd be a natural minor sound versus.
So this would still be a major chord, right?
That would be a major chord.
Fourth semitones up. Okay.
Yeah, just because now the third, that G sharp, happens to form a major third interval.
Right.
So it's just now your 5 chord is, instead of being a minor, is now major, and that's the whole sound of harmonic minor, is when you're on the 5 chord, that it has this dominant major sound, and it has a
Right. Interesting.
Okay. And so what we're going to end up doing, and there's also this diminished chord on the top, which I'm going to start introducing that little symbol.
This would be a minor chord.
Actually, it's neither major nor minor. It's diminished. As remember when we learned in the producer chord code, the first course we did, we learned about the 4 kinds of triads: it's major, minor, diminished, and augmented. Remember?
Okay.
So these are remember the 7th, like when you're in the key of C, the 7th, we just didn't, we avoided the 7th chord, like.
So the D comes down, right? Or
no, that because the G sharp. Anyways, it's because normally. Okay. It's
so the G sharp's augmented, so the whole thing would be diminished. Then?
well when you stack every other note in this key, this happens when you're on that 7, like in A harmonic minor, when you're trying to build a chord from the major 7th scale degree,
right?
Because it's normally not sharp, it's normally a minor 7th, right? But because of that G sharp,
right
now that forms a diminished triad, which is like this.
It's on the 1 to 3 and the 6, right?
Well, this would be the 7th.
Sorry. So the G sharp, I'm just counting there. That'd be the 1, 2, 3 would be a B, 4, 5, 6 would be a D.
Yeah. So those are 2 little minor thirds stacked up on each other. That forms a diminished triad.
Yeah. So there's a 1, a 3, and a 6.
That's the diminished sound.
Okay, interesting. That's a nice sound. Can we hear that chord again?
Huh?
Can we hear that chord again?
Yeah. So G sharp, B diminished. So between the G sharp and the D forms that tritone, as opposed to the perfect 5th.
Right. Yeah,
right. It has that devil's 5th, that diminished 5th. Like, oh, it's like so much tension. You're like, oh,
yeah.
You're like,
shit, dude. I should have wrote that Phantom song in this fucking scale.
Oh yeah. No, for real. Yeah, that would be super fucking perfect. In fact, you can maybe
have to go back.
You might have to. I would encourage you to integrate harmonic minor scale theory into your chords and in some of your melodic ideas and motifs and stuff.
So you just augment the 7, right?
Yeah, you just raise that 7, or yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you do. From a natural minor, you just augment the 7 or raise. I wouldn't. Yeah, you could say augment. That could be. Yeah, but normally I would just say sharp. That rate augment it. Yeah, that actually works. Yep. So that's so like G sharp diminished wants to go. Wants to resolve to the A minor. You could like invert it. You could be like.
Nice.
right? And that's now us on the 5 chord, which is the major. That would not be possible in natural minor. That's the sound of harmonic minor. That's what all the chords are going to be like. It's like fucking, it's very dark, light, beautiful, kind of Arabic, this ethnic flavor in there. It's very cool, man. Okay.
That is very cool. Yeah.
So now this is going to be in your grasp, so you can play with it. I want you to play.
Yeah.
So let's, can we move? Is this good?
Yes, let's move on.
Okay. Because this is pretty content heavy, this particular course. It's pretty hard. It's going to be met, like, I should have done a upfront contract disclaimer saying, like, dude, this is going to be heavy. This one's heavy. We're starting to get into the advanced stuff. I'm like, how do I make it understandable without, because there's so much more I could just go into, but I'm like, I can't. So I don't expect you to memorize all this. You don't need to understand melodic minor scale harmony. The main idea here is that because that 6 is natural, there's an F sharp and a G sharp now. Now, all of a sudden, if you build a chord on the 4th scale degree, instead of it being minor, it's a major, as well as that 5th scale degree, okay? Which is major. So you could be like, normally it's like the 4 is, that's natural minor. 1 minor to the 4 minor, to the 1, back down to the 5 minor. That's all natural minor. Versus melodic minor would be like, these are sounds that were not possible in major or minor. These are outside. You're borrowing you're temporarily stepping into a parallel dimension of melodic minor for just a moment to borrow that 4 major chord. This is like, this is getting into more advanced, like, subjective stuff that doesn't make the most logical sense, because now you're temporarily stepping into a parallel, like a different type of a minor scale for that 1 chord, and then you go back. You just like, whoa, oh, I just stepped in there. Okay, now we're back. So, right. So this is what, if I was to take all those chords, so I put them in purple, the ones that we borrowed from either a harmonic minor or a melodic minor. These are now the most common available chords. There's 10 chords here. We were only producing with 6 chords.
Right.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So 10 chords.
So
yeah.
So now we've got, if you're in the key of A minor, any minor. So on the bottom here, I have the Roman numerals, and then you can just have the codes, right? To build these chords. So
sorry, a B in Roman is a 5. Oh wait, no, sorry. V is a 5. So what's a B in Roman numerals? What does a B equal?
V is 5.
No, a B as in like.
Oh no, that's the flat. Sorry. So like that's
flat.
Yeah. So the flat 3rd. So because now, yeah. So that's like the flat 3rd. Because now remember back up here. The C is the flat 3rd now.
Okay.
Right. But in Roman numeral land, I would put a flat.
Right. B
I.
Flat, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get
so
it, yeah.
so that makes so now those are the codes that you could produce in any fucking key you want. You want you go, okay, I want E minor or F sharp minor. Great, what key is that in? Let's find the relative major. Go up a major third. Oh, that's in A major. A major and F sharp minor share the exact same key signature. Just depends on which way I want to perceive it. Do I want home base to be A and have it in happy land, or do I want to be writing in, in a minor, more sober, somber, whatever? And now you go, great. Now you think of it in terms of minor. If you want to think, if it's easier to think of it in major, then just think of it in major. This might be too complex. Like, that's why I wasn't sure if I should show you how to really start thinking from a minor perspective. But this is really what you would have to do to think of it purely in relative minor, relative to its major parent key. It's like it's the father, your father key. It has the exact same order of notes, the same intervals. You're just starting it from on the 6th scale degree.
Right.
So
in 8 would be a second, like as it keeps going up.
Sorry, which?
So you have like 1 to 10 or 11 not octaves, but like chords, right?
Yeah. So from the root, there's really only like 7 scale degrees. It's just on some of them, like, on the 4, there's a 4 minor, and there's a 4 major to choose from. Right? On the 5, there's a 5 minor or a 5 major to choose from now.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have the 7th diminished. Yeah. Actually, it's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, right. There's actually an 8 scale degrees to choose from, because you got your 1, your 2, your flat 3, 4, your 5, your 6, your 7, and your flat 7, and your actual major 7, which is a diminished. So that little circle here that you see, that represents diminished. That's the symbol for a diminished chord, that little circle.
I see. Okay.
So that is a key piece. I know this is fucking
yeah, I'm trying to follow this one.
This one, this is heavy. This one's heavy. So what I want to do, so I can make it easy, is because you understand, I gave you all the codes on how to do major and minor triads, right? 0-4-7 for a major, 0-3-7 for a minor, right?
Yeah.
And now you can, the diminished one is a 0-3-6, 2 minor thirds. Okay, so we're adding in this diminished. There's 2 diminished chords. There's one on the 2nd scale degree, the 2 diminished here, which happens to be a B diminished chord, the 2nd chord in A minor, or the major on the major 7th, the G sharp is also a diminished. There's 2 different diminished chords you can play around with. Okay.
Okay.
This is a lot, but
yeah, I was just trying to, like the 8 and the 10. I was just trying to put that in my brain somewhere, of where they fall, or like.
Yeah. So the flat 6th and the flat 7, this all relative to A, to the root.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
no, I can see that.
So when you're in a minor key.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I understand that. I'm just trying to see how they loop over again. Like, are we? If you go back one chart.
Oh, this is a hodgepodge. So what I'm doing is
you have 2 7s there, right?
I have in purple here. Yeah. I have, we're borrowing chords from these parallel minor scales, from harmonic minor and melodic minor. There's 3 new chords that normally don't exist in a natural minor or a major scale. Okay.
Right.
So we're now, I'm trying to introduce a bit more of an advanced concept.
Right.
And so, like, you just, like, when you're on that chord, you're temporarily either in like if you're on the 4 major you're in a minor key, you're now in like melodic minor land. So this is the notes that I didn't, like, I wasn't sure. I wanted to test this out on you. I've never tried. I'm also challenging, I'm trying to test your how big is your cut? Like, am I filling it too much? Like, this is me testing you.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it too much, or is it
like, okay, so you're playing in a minor scale.
Yeah.
You can either choose to play, like, let's say the 7 there. you can either choose to play a major chord or a minor chord, right? And it still sounds good in a minor scale. Is that
So,
what you're trying to say?
so which one? 7
On the seventh, which
here?
is no, sorry, the fives. Yeah, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
sorry. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
says seven underneath, but okay, the
Right.
fives. So you're playing in a minor scale, and it still sounds good if you do a major or a minor, because it could be a harmonic minor or it could be a
Melodic
the other
minor.
one, natural minor or whatever you call it.
Yeah. Then there's the natural, which is what we're used to. Just
So this would be like in piano playing. You're saying is like that these sound good together. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes. So I don't expect you to go, okay, I'm gonna get all this right now. I just wanted to give you the at least a bit of a rundown. I wanted to give you some new chords that you could borrow to produce
Right.
with. It doesn't have to like all of it makes sense right now, but
Right.
I'm offering you more options on how when you're producing some beats. So which is what I just oh weird. Here, let me just test something out here. Oh, my order of slides is not correct. I spent hours on this. It's crazy. I'm like,
No,
what? Where's the? Where
it's
is it?
awesome, man. You're getting my brain working in new ways here. It's like you can see the smoke coming out of my ears.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Uh, That's all gone. That slide, the one that.
What?
Oh, that's so
It probably just
weird.
got moved. It's probably just
Oh
moved
no, that's
somehow.
too bad. No, I lost some information. It's okay, but like I did this
Ooh,
all
I
in.
like this, dude. 432
Yeah,
hertz. That's nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Like I wanted to. Yeah, I lost the slide, man. Oh, dude, that
Oh no.
sucks. That's too bad. But this was a bit early. Like there was
Okay.
supposed to be a slide before this,
Do you
and
do you write all your music in 432 or just some of it?
some of it, not all of it. Sometimes I forget to do it. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude.
And then it's just I don't think of it. But I prefer
Yeah,
to be in the sacred spectrums. But
I agree.
so these are my top 12. I had them in Roman numerals as well, so that you could apply it to any key. But
Wow.
right, you would have had the blueprint. Then you could have just used your cheat sheet chart, right?
Okay.
And just did the triads, or and apply the steps. But I just want you to hear some of these chord progressions, because some of them, I know what I should have done is I should have colored the ones that were borrowed, like, because some of these chords are like, this one's a borrowed chord, right? That one, like, if I,
Okay. This
did.
one is trying to wrap my brain around it. So you can't really put numbers on this, hey? You can't put 1, 5, 7.
That's what I did, and it's gone. I don't know where it went.
Oh.
I spent so much time putting all this stuff together. It's like a whole
Shit.
slide is,
Okay,
unless,
yeah.
yeah, no, it's not. It's gone. Yeah, it's extra stuff.
Okay, all right, all
Yeah,
right.
it's strange. I guess I forgot to duplicate it, or then I don't know what happened, but that pisses me off a bit. But what I'll do is um God, literally I've been doing this since 9 in the morning, right? So
Oh yeah,
um
yeah.
um
No, it's awesome, man. Awesome.
yeah, so thanks. It's a lot. I knew this was gonna be a really kind of like frontal lobe heavy kind of intellectual, but so I don't want to like kick the dead horse metaphorically here. I'd rather just kind of have the rubber meeting the road and get you starting to produce with some of these borrowed chords from those parallel minor scales. And so I just want to give you like an idea of how, like, do you want me to just guide you through this, or do you want me to produce one quickly and so you see how it sounds, or would you rather just, me coaching you, just pick one of these? I like 7 and 4. I was thinking of choosing two. Like if we look at number 7, is the 1, flat 3, flat 7, and the 4. And the D here on number 7, the last chord, is a borrowed chord. That would not exist normally in A natural minor. So that would sound like number 7 would be like A minor,
Right.
to C major, to G, and then going to this D major. It's a cool sound, right?
Okay. Yeah. For me, yeah, I don't know if like my brain more works in the numbers. So if we pick one, let's just maybe you can tell me the numbers of that one.
Here,
And then,
yeah. So this is
so A minor would be the one, right? Because we're
Hey, do you mind if I
yep.
watch this? I'm gonna just go ahead. Be a sweet little basket full of peaches. I'm gonna duplicate this slide. And go back here, and I'm gonna get this out of here.
Millions of peaches, peaches for me.
Right? I'm gonna just do this, and what I had here was yeah. So this one would have been like, say number 7, for example, would have been the Roman numerals would have been. So that's what I wanted. I don't understand how it just disappeared. I fucking just that was the last thing I did. So yeah, it's weird. One minor, and you got your flat 3 major.
Okay.
If there's no M for minor, it's just it's implied that it's major. Okay.
I see. Okay, interesting.
And then your G is your flat 7. So, and then your 4 major. So this is outstanding. That's what I did that for everything here. So I'm just like, that would have been 1 minor. That would have been 5. This would have been, what? Oh, I got so much delay. I got so many things open in my computer. This would be 4.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's flat 6. And then this would be flat 3. God, that's crazy. I actually think that kind of pisses me off. Like, fucker, I spent so much time on this shit. It's like kind of, but like that was like the whole goal. It's like here's the blueprint. Like I want you to like see what you do with these fucking chord progressions, man. Like holy shit! Now it's like these are like a little bit more harmonically diverse because you're starting to pull from some parallel minor scales, like a chord here and there that's like normally not in the major or the natural minor, right? And it's like
that would be cool.
So this is like, so I was just thinking, like, if you want, do you want me to walk through one of these? Just pick something. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the 7 and the 4. I mean, there's so many good ones. There's like right. Way too much reverb on this right now.
Yeah, I was thinking there's lots of reverb.
It's way to settle down there, buddy. Settle the F down, Mr. Sir.
I've lost singers by doing that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't finish the song. I gave them like a half done song. I put so much reverb on there, and I never heard from them again.
Yeah,
I'm like, that wasn't a finished song, right? And they're like, yeah, no. Like, holy.
Yeah.
So people get actually offended by reverb. I don't know why.
I know. It's just one of those things. I know we're an hour and a half in. I know this has been intellectually fucking heavy as fuck.
Has it been an hour and a half? Holy! I don't even have a. Wow, you're right.
Generally, I keep them we've been pretty much consistently doing 2 hours, but that's good. With me, I'm happy to just give you maximum value. I'm like all about under promising and over delivering. That's like my motto right now.
Awesome, dude. I wasn't even thinking that much time went by. I thought maybe it was an hour or something, but
okay. Yeah, and I realized I didn't do a summary slide, so just so many slides, man. You realize like just trying to do like all these things, like every one of these things, like just like it's like
Hey, okay, I have a pop quiz for you. Just to get you out of this world for 1 second. Name me 3 slides at Tawasin Water Park.
Oh God, I've never been. I've never been there though.
You never been there?
No, man.
Shit. Okay.
Shit. Sorry.
Kamikaze.
Oh.
Loop de loop. And fuck, I don't know. Dude, that's been there since the 80s.
Oh man, no.
I'm trying to remember. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I've never done. Never gone there. I guess I just sort of live under a rock these days, man.
Splashdown. That's what it was called.
Kamikaze. What was the second one?
Loop de loop.
Loop de loop. Yeah.
And fuck, there's a
Splashdown.
yeah. I used to go there as a kid, and then I went back in my like 20s or 30s, and they're still named all the same. I was like, holy shit, it's fucking loop de loop.
That's funny, man. That's awesome.
Anyway, sorry that.
Hopefully did it. Oh, good. I think we're still recording. Damn, God, it'd be crazy if it wasn't. This is like an epic slide. I want to clean this up a bit. I know. I want to like indicate which scale to use. Like when you're on the 5 major chord, use harmonic minor or melodic minor. When you're on the 4 major chord, you got to use melodic minor or Dorian, but like we haven't gone into modes yet. That's in my advanced course. So like the advanced course is it's pretty heavy, man. Like honestly, it's pretty fucking hardcore. That's why I was like, how do I build up to it? Because it's pretty. Yeah. It's.
If I didn't quite grasp this so much, that's fine, right? We can move on.
Oh yeah, but you know, all I wanted you to be able to do here. My whole goal was to start thinking from the minor perspective. I added in, I wasn't sure how it would be received if I showed you the other available chords from the parallel minor scales. That might have been too early. And so like that was my concern, was overwhelming you, which is probably what I've done.
You know what? My thing, it might be different for every student that you have, but
it is.
I see this as like numbers.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably not the best way to be a producer, but it's just the way that my brain's kind of worked this whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that
well, here's the
at all.
Yeah, no, this is helpful, because so what I've done on the bottom here is these are the numbers.
Yeah.
Your one is minor, from minor. Your 2 is that little circle is diminished. Your flat third scale degree, your minor third, is major, because there's no. Yeah. It's just, if there's a little M there, that's minor. The 4 minor. The capital IV is 4 major.
Right.
5 minor. 5 major. Flat 6 major. Flat 7 major. And below is all the producer codes. Like just go to that scale degree.
See, that actually helped when you were kind of explaining that a bit.
So that's what. Sorry, I overlooked that, because like my mind doesn't go there. Even though that was the whole point. I created this. I overlooked that part. So this is like. So this is the part that really means the most to you, and I'm overlooking it. So I'm. I want to acknowledge that because that's why I'm building it in, but I'm not talking about it when I'm explaining it to you here.
Yeah, because
that's
that
me.
Helped a bit. Like, and I know I should know that already, but I was just getting lost in all the numbers.
Yeah, so like, never mind all this gobbledygook, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking at the bottom.
This is the codes.
The minors, and those are the majors. Okay.
Yeah, these are the codes, the symbols for the codes. So it's like, what type of, chord is in the white, right? Is it diminished, or is it a major, or is it a minor?
Right.
And then here's the scale degree to build it upon. And then you can apply what we've learned in the last, 2-3 sessions together on how to do the inversions, and then maybe put some like lower notes in, maybe open up the voicing, sticking it up.
Right. Now
with, I gave you some rules, like don't add the 2 on the 3 minor chord, right? Don't do that. Like, unless then you step out. It's just like, it won't be a part of the key signature.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So you never add the 2 on the 3 minor.
On the 3 minor chord and so the 3 minor chord would be now a 5 minor chord from a minor perspective.
Right. I didn't do that in the song that I showed.
You didn't. I loved what you did. I'm really impressed with how you're implementing. Man, I'm super stoked. Like really, really stoked to see how you're using this stuff. Cool. So the idea here is, like, again, my sincere apologies about the fact that I don't know where, like, I mapped out. Oh, there it is. Fuck's sakes. It just, oh no.
No, this is the same one.
It is the same one. It just, the top had me confused because I did the top one. So I don't want to sit here and waste your time doing that, but I had broken it down so that you had the codes. So, you know, oh, the one is, you know, minor, the 5 major, as opposed to the 5 minor, the flat 6 major, the flat 3 major.
Right.
That first chord progression would sound like this: 1 minor, 5 major, and then flat 6 major, flat 3 major. Right? It's cool. Like the second chord progression is a 2-5-1 in minor key. So the 2 diminished chord, the 5 major chord. That's all harmonic minor stuff. It's a very, yeah, very interesting sound.
Cool.
But yeah, that opens up. And then these other, yeah, these are great. I was testing these out. I was like, these are good. These, like, if you actually really went into these, because there's some of these chords are borrowed. It's a lot more sophisticated sounding stuff. And I know you like producing.
Yeah, I would be curious on if you know, it's maybe possibly when you send over the download or whatever,
Mhm.
I'd be able to get the one with the numbers in it.
Yes, I will. I'll make those alterations before I send it to you, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
I promise that, because like they were there, and I'm like,
oh yeah, for sure. And then I could kind of play around and see what you mean. Like,
yeah, use your cheat sheets and stuff. So what I was thinking was, you know, what's great is I like combining 7 and 4 together. I don't know, man. It's like a great sound. That would be like 7 would be like A minor. Then 4. It's like,
yeah.
it's got some light dark stuff because there's some borrowed chords, the 4 major and the 5 major.
Right.
Yeah, those are different, that don't normally exist in a relative minor.
Okay.
So time wise, how you feeling? Do you want me to help you coach you in producing one of these beats, or do you want me to just quickly produce one?
I think maybe you just do it because we're kind of a hoop for time. We've gone over
Yeah,
quite a bit.
I know. It's like
And I feel like my brain's a little burnt out today. It might be from the fumes of
well,
this bathtub or something, but
no, it's
like,
probably
I
honestly
feel
all
I
this
need some
crazy
coffee or
shit
something.
I'm teaching you. Like, oh no, it's like honestly, but
Yeah.
that's what happens. Like, is like when we get confronted with like some new stuff. It's like also it's like it is pretty hardcore. I was really gonna try to push it today. I was gonna try and challenge you.
You know what? I think let me know on those days, and I'll have to drink a coffee or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of like brain dead today or something.
Well, you know what, man? I was feeling that yesterday and the day before
Okay.
that, and so
Yeah. Like you could tell me 1+1=2, and I'd fry my brain today. I don't know why.
no, man, I got you. You know, I almost feel like opening up a synth,
Yeah.
some Omnisphere or something. Let's check out.
Yeah. That last one you used was really cool.
Yeah, let's see if I could use like a interesting. I don't know. Let's use an ARP.
Okay.
Like it'll arpeggiate the. You know how it is.
Well, I was gonna say maybe organs because that's kind of found with the opera-ish
Organs.
on a minor scale. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, actually, let's check it out. Organ failure. Well, what's that?
It kind of. Oh.
Well, that's hardcore. It's evil stuff. Cheap white gospel. These are pretty loud sounds. Go to this church. This channel. Sorry, I don't want to waste too much time.
There you go. That's the one. Like
So
that's awesome, dude.
let's try it out. So we're gonna do the number 7, which was 1 minor, flat 3 major, flat 7 major, and 4 major. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna create a little MIDI region ski here and get this up, get that rid of that. Let's go ahead. Be a lamb. Where am I? I can't even. I'm so not used to doing. I'm not a drawing the MIDI kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like that's up there.
Or, you know what you
Okay.
could do? You could just press record and play it, and then go quantize.
Right. Well, what I wanted to do is walk you through the process, but it's like you might like have to like go, okay, well then we're on the flat third, right? It's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna quickly do the triad. So that would be like well, A, C. I'm gonna do one of these because we just want to get some of the math down, the new math, because that's your one minor chord, right? That's A minor. Mm-hmm. However, we want to start building. Okay, great. Let's we want to go to the flat 3, which would be C, right? A, you go here. 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. So we got C, and then we go on to C major. So that's 4, the flat 3. So now, oh, you little bastard, I hate you. So, wow, that's loud. Okay, I'm bringing it down a smidge. All right. It's like, holy slow, settle down. Okay, we got the first 2 chords. Now we got the flat 7. So instead of going up like whatever 10, you could go down 2, right? So we could get. That's just a long ways to go up, right? Well, don't worry, we'll do all the inventions, and it's a major triad. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then down to the 4 major. So if we're on A,
you did lose.
Oh, I lost that fucking. I did it again. You little.
Just so you know.
Son of a motherless goat. And then we want to go and find the 4. So that's A. That's home base. We want to go up to the perfect 4th, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is D. So it's like, but we're going to do, instead of a D minor, we're going to borrow from melodic minor. We're going to do a D major, which has a major 3rd. Got to go up 4. That F sharp doesn't exist in A minor or in C major, right? Okay. So this is good. So we'll get the 5th. So, let's have a quick little listen to this. Nice. So that's
so that was a 1, a 3,
flat 3, yeah.
6, and a 4.
Flat 7.
Flat 7.
7, yeah, and then the 4.
Okay. So
the 1 is minor, the flat 3 is major, flat 7 is major, and the 4 is also major. So everything's major except for that first minor chord. Okay. So let's maybe kind of like, how do you say, create another little version ski of that. And I'm going to add some lower notes. Yeah, this is good. These are going to be some heavy notes down there. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, I'm so not good at drawing. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. It sounded like cool. It actually sounded like Phantom of the Opera.
That was cool. That's perfect.
So I did the whole thing again. So I did it again. Oh man, that's so funny. So now we just added some roots there. Oh, here we go. 1 minor, flat 3 major, flat 7 major, 4 major. Nice. Why don't we take these middle notes? Actually, let's smoothen it out. Let's bump these up an octave. Oh, you little. So that's like a smoother top line. Those are near subversions, right? You've heard that before, I'm sure, right? It's a, it's not like I just invented it, but like it's like classic sort of rock progression,
Okay, all right.
And so that's this is good. So we could fatten this up. Even that on its own sounds pretty dang good. We could we could just take all this. We could actually just even double our top notes, our bottom notes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go back. Sorry, I'm gonna copy that. And then I'm gonna just like, so now we've kind of made it like a box. Like we've made the block chord voicing, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Take the whole gosh darn thing. Copy that.
So what you're trying to show me today is like flat and diminished chords in the minor scale, right?
Yeah, some borrowed chords from parallel minor scales and adding in the diminished chord. And so I want you to I want you to like feel this. This is a lot to chew on. So, Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't hear any of the lower notes. Do you? That's weird.
Not so much.
Strange. That sounds pretty dang good. Like, I almost wouldn't mind changing the sound, but it's pretty hardcore. It's like, wow. But get a little beat or something like that, and then just whatever. Start like mixing something up, get a bass line going, or get an arpeggiation happening, an ostinato, repetitive figure, play with the rhythm, But this is a chord progression that doesn't exist in natural minor. It doesn't exist in major. There's some borrowed chords because there's that D major chord, which has the F sharp. F sharp doesn't exist in the key of C. We borrowed that from the parallel A melodic minor. And if you wanted to write a melody over that, then you'd want to go into A melodic minor, and it has an F sharp and a G sharp, has a natural sixth and a major a major sixth and a major seventh, which is an F sharp and a G sharp. And so you'll have the codes for all that in the initial slides that I sent you. So now, if you want to add some diminished chords, say like there's a progression here that has, we could mix number 9 into this after this, which would be, having, just do whatever this and do one of these. We'll just copy that. So copy that little so-and-so, and you can put you here. Kind of just get rid of that for now. And then we got a 1 minor chord, and we want to do a 4 minor instead of 4 major. Whoa. All right, I'm going to put this back into root position so that everything's making sense. It's just all root position. We're doing number 9 is 1 4 minor instead of the 4 major, which is normally what would happen, right, in your natural minor scale. So when you go root, minor third, perfect fifth, let's try, let's create a nice little note there. 4 minor, and let's do the 2 diminished. This is going to be interesting. So here's A, that's 1, right? So let's just like, make it A, but let's bring it up to the 2, which is the B, but that's a diminished triad. So why don't we go, it has a minor third and a diminished fifth, which is 0 3 6, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is going to be kind of an interesting sound, right? This is different. So the next chord is going to be a 5 chord, a 5 major chord, which is borrowed from. Oh, I don't know what that was. Sorry, one second. We want the 5 chord. So if we're on A, we'll just like whatever, go up to the perfect fifth, up 7, and then we'll start building a major triad, which is borrowing from harmonic minor. Normally, this would be have a G natural, right? The minor third, but we need to have that G sharp. So we're just temporarily going into harmonic minor land. Is this making sense?
Somewhat.
Okay. Okay. So it's so just know that you have another type of 5 chord to choose from when you're in A minor, and you have the codes for what a major triad is. Where it comes from, you don't. Who cares where it comes from? You can do it, right? So this is cool. So we could do this, and then I'm gonna do one of these.
But that's just cool. So you can mix up with the different harmonic scales of minor. And
this is
steal
music is
for once. And
yes, cool. Yes, absolutely, man. And this is like, it's all about making rules and then breaking them, right? So things are going to start, like, from this point onwards, are going to become more subjective, more nebulous, and it becomes like the concepts that are a little bit, they start to get more difficult to hold on to in one's mind. They do. And that's where all the possibility exists, is in what we don't know, we don't even know, right? Yeah. And like all I'm doing is I'm trying to stretch your mindset to now break away from, like, not just major thinking, or not just minor thinking, and but also, like, there's a place beyond major and minor.
Right. This reminds me of the Star Trek theme song. It's like, go where my brain has not gone before.
Yes. Yeah, totally. so check. Yeah, totally. So let's check. That's awesome. You know what? That's, I concur. So I'm gonna do one of these. I can't remember the shortcut for this, but it's pissing me off. So I'm gonna get rid of that for a second. I just want to hear what that first one sounds like. Flat 3, flat 7, 4 major. Now we're going 1 minor, 4 minor, 4 minor, 2 diminished, 5. So those don't really kind of mix or blend well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
So like that's why it's like that one. The first one was number 7. So if I was to do number 4 instead, which would be 1 minor, 4 major, change that from an F minor, change that to an F major. Like, let's see that, right? Okay. 4 major, and then do a flat 6, which would be fun. F, A, C. So now we got a 4 major. Yeah, and 5. It's perfect. So I just changed those 2 chords, and now we have the 7th one and the 4th. So number 7 is the first one, a series of 4 chords here. And then the next one is number 4 in the list that I'm going to give you. So one minor, 4 major, flat 6, 7.
Yeah, those last 2 really worked out well together.
Yeah. So like what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the nearest inversion stuff here. And I might even just do one of these, double some top note voicings, or let me see, those are up top, or I could double the, actually, nice. Let's try this. And then let's just double those fuckers and see how this sounds. So all I was doing is just kind of following our steps of just like doing nearest inversions, kind of smoothing out the top, lines, and then doubling some stuff. Good. I haven't even tried to like really open up the voicing yet or anything, right. but let's have a listen.
Yeah, that's really cool. That worked out, man.
Yeah, those two blend, like number 7 and 4, like they
Yeah,
work.
right.
So that's what I kind of want to encourage you to do, is like explore like some of these, because these are going to be totally different new vistas of sound.
Is most music like 2 chord progressions back to back, like so 8 chord progressions, or does it?
Well, um, not necessarily, but it's just like when you look
It
at,
just makes it more interesting. I understand.
yeah, like song
Yeah.
form, like when I was taught, like say like more traditional songwriting and form, um, there's like often there's 32 bar form. There's like 4 8-bar sections. And so like there would be like an A section, which would be have 8 bars. So composed of 2 4-bar systems to make 8 bars. So
Mm-hmm.
you'd have like an A section, which would be like a whole 8 different, measures of music, eight 4-beat type of, or depending on your time signature, it could be in 3/4, 12/8, whatever, 6/8, say 4, just to keep it simple. There'd be like an A section would be 8 bars. So a typical, like very traditional classical song form would be A, do 2 A sections, and then do something different, like a bridge, like something that's, so, and then go back to A, kind of circle back. So A, B, A, or it can be A, B, A, C, all kinds of different little combinations, A, B, C, D, fuck, I don't know, like whatever you want, man, you're the creator. But I like it, my goal was to like encourage you to like create more of like an 8-bar sequence. Think in 8 bars.
Right.
And so like,
And so what we're
yeah,
seeing in front of us now is 8 bars, right?
that's an 8-bar
Okay.
sequence. And all I did was combine 2 of those 4-bar type chord progressions.
At what chord progression would be too much for the listener? Like a 16-bar chord progression? I'd be
Well,
like getting carried away, right?
well, imagine this. Sometimes you can have, you know, four
Ah,
four
yeah, yeah.
chords.
So like, so 1 4 chords, a different 4 chords, the same one again, and then another 4 chords that's just different, right? Something like that.
Yeah, that would be like an A-B.
Okay.
That would be like an A-B form, like where you have variation, like
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like I have a course on some song form, which like I'm just pulling, like it's one of my more, past Epic Chords master, past the advanced course. But if you're interested in song form,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like, I
I'm
have one
interested in
prepared. Like
that.
it's already just done. It's like I could just do it like
Yeah.
next time we meet.
I'm interested in that. How
Yeah.
different chord progressions could mix with other chord progressions, and like what's too much? Is there too much jambalaya in that soup? I'd like to
Right.
know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this. It depends on your genre, like instrumentation, tempo, like like your feel,
Yeah.
like there's quite a lot of subjective,
Of
variables
I think
that.
going Avicii type music. I like heavy chord progressions.
Okay.
Um, just got that feel right to it.
Well, why don't we do this? So I'm just like being flowy and intuitive here. Um, bring a song to the table. Send me the song ahead of time. I want to do like a little bit of a harmonic analysis of like something that you like the form and the harmony, like the chords of.
Right.
Fire it off to me. I'll make a skeleton chart. I'll like chart out the form of this song and see what they're doing, and then but I'll also chart out the chord progressions. And then if this is in some obscure key, I can break it down
Yeah.
into the Roman numerals for you and give you, and I'll just gift you the blueprint of the song that you like. That would be my gift to you. Pick
That'd be cool.
something that you fucking like want to emulate, that inspires you, something that like the sound that you really like. It could be either the chords or the form. like how they're arranging, you know, the chord progressions in a sequential kind of
Yeah,
manner.
something like that. Okay.
And then I will do an analysis of its form. And then I'll what we'll do is we can I can integrate that into a form analysis type of course next time that we meet. So then you can now apply. Okay, you've learned about triads. You've learned how to invert them. You've learned how to open up chord voicings and smooth out your top lines and like thicken it out, fatten it up, adding the twos. You've also learned now about relative minor, how to find those relative minors, and also how to borrow some chords if you want, you know. And I know this part's heavy. We can, it's almost like worth revisiting. It's not like I wanted to see how much you could take actually. And so that's me, like I'm pushing it. I know I am. I know but I'm challenging you as a man, you know, like I wanted to see but like, how much can I deliver? And sometimes like when I do that, I know it can be maybe too much. Plus, I've never tried to teach this in this
No,
way.
not so much that. If I follow it or not, I can understand it's musical, yes, but um, would I be able to integrate it into the stuff that I make? That's
Right.
that's for me. That's like where I'm baking my noodle a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I'm like trying to get you to do like more chordal stuff because it's the whole course. This particular course is on chords, like triads, chords, epic chords,
But
and like a lot of your tunes
it's simple.
have been like, how many chords do you think are normally in your corporate in your productions? I'm just curious.
Probably only like four.
Yeah.
Sometimes eight, I guess, in other songs, but mostly four. I'd say.
Dude, sometimes you can make a kick-ass two-chord jam too. Pick two
Yeah,
chords. Pick the one minor and the four major. You
yeah.
can make the most epic shit if you know how to do instrumentation and building and arranging.
You know what? I've been making songs, I believe, for people with short attention spans. So to deliver like those full eight bars there, I would have to mix it up on the ends or do something or add new instruments or something. But it's like the TikTok generation has such a short attention span
I know, like
that
old
I'd probably
music.
yeah, I would switch it to something totally different by then.
Yeah,
But it's interesting to see this for
yeah.
sure.
So like, if you want, you know, keep going with your style. But what I was, you know, and I'm, you know, 100%. You know, I think that's all about finding your own frequency, your own signature, your own. You know, that's key for any creator. You know,
Mm-hmm.
improviser, composer, producer,
Yeah.
arranger. Um, and so like, all I'm doing is like I'm just giving you like if you had a tool belt and it's just a whole bunch of empty slots on it, I'm just like filling it up with shit. You don't necessarily need it right now,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe, you know, but now it's in your tool belt and
Right.
it's like, oh, okay. Like I'm joining a 70s band, okay, for example. It's a corporate band. I've been, you know, pitched to join this band. It's super exciting. And you know, the 70s music, if you listen to it, it's very harmonically sophisticated to the music that's being produced today.
Mm.
It's far more like quarterly more advanced, generally, like
Mm-hmm.
popular music, like,
Right.
you know, it's modulating into different keys and stuff. It's like it's busy with like fucking epic percussion. It's like holy shit, you know. It's like
Like
horn sections and string
Parliament.
sections.
Like Parliament. I like Parliament
Yeah,
too.
man.
Yeah.
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 So, you know, like jazz is gets even weirder, right? So you start getting like into super like complex harmony that's using melodic minor scale modes. Like there's the melodic minor scale, then there's the modes of that, which is like that's
How many courses till we're ready to check out what a jazz chord is?
well, I'm gonna that's what I would have dove in, started to dive into the seventh chords and stuff like the next session. But if you want to do song form, I think that's like perfectly, you know, valuable. Like, and if you want to assign me a mission to like do some, you know, you put my mind to work on deconstructing, reconstructing what a famous like producer that you would love to emulate what's going on in their head, like what are they doing harmonically and form wise. I think that could be really possible.
Yeah.
That could probably be really valuable. And taking the what you've learned here, kind of sitting with it a bit, right? Integrating it, and then we can like use form. And then if you want, then we can go into the what I call epic chords mastery, which is getting into the seventh chords, ninth chords, and all the fancy shit.
I would say, as a music producer, I'd probably say like the chordy music producer that I know would be Avicii. So
Yeah.
probably just one of his hit songs, and then let's take a look at it. I think that'd be really interesting.
So then what I would charge you on doing is pick one that you really are, that you're very interested in harmonically or in whatever capacity. Send it to me as in a link, so then I'll do that. I'll literally chart it out, like the chords and the form, and then we'll study what is he doing. I know some of those chords may be advanced, and that's fine, and I can like use it as a precursor towards to build inspiration for, and kind of like the illuminating where we're heading.
Yeah, that'd be very beneficial.
Would you, yeah, you'd be into that?
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Cool, man. Because like I want you to like utilize this cranium, like whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, definitely. I would say that'd be an awesome class for tonight, man.
Yeah.
And I'll look into that, and I'll send you a song.
Well, perfect. This is good. So all I'm gonna say here, man, is, dude, this was a doozy. This course, this particular one was not like, not there, it's like, okay, Kansas is going bye-bye. Like that's what I was giving you more than one red pill today. And it's maybe too many red pills, but you know what, man? I love you. And sometimes it's like, oh no, like your brain starts exploding, right? So we talked about comparing the majors to the minors, the difference, the twos, the 3, the 6, and the 7, right? Those are the natural harmonic minor and melodic minor. And you know how to find the relative minor scale by going down a minor third, to find that relative minor. Well, if it's F major, go down a third, you find D. That's your home base. You learned about some new available chords, and I'm gonna work on the slides a little bit, because those top 12 chord progressions, I'll put them into the Roman numerals, so then you can utilize them, and I'll color code the chords that are borrowed, so you'll know which ones are from what harmonic minor scale. And yeah, we kind of started producing a beat, and yeah, just it's all about applying those steps, like doing the inversions, and to this, the same. It doesn't have to. You don't have to go big in Las Vegas big and start stacking the fuck out of shit. You don't need to do that all the time. It's like, it's all about the context that you're in. Music doesn't always call for huge, enormous, fat, stuff, but sometimes you just want that something that's in the background, or that little ostinato, little repetitive figure, but maybe start using the added twos in there, like stuff like that, like just little things. Yeah, homework: produce an 8-bar or 16-bar beat. Just, I want you to explore these chord progressions a bit, and then send me whatever you want to send me, and I'll do the homework. And I'll say congratulations on surviving Triad Wizard training. I was really trying to challenge you this time.
Thanks, man. Give me some warning. I'll have some coffee next time.
Okay,
somewhat keep up.
You know what? That's actually a good point. I really should have warned you. I really should. I fucking spent so much time for that together. Like, oh my
That's
god.
awesome, man. No, it's really good. I appreciate all you're trying to push me in my mind, and that's awesome, dude. I appreciate that.
Well, man, thank you. Yeah, thank you for being open and willing to expand and to grow. And sometimes it can be a little bit uncomfortable, I know. And and that's for me. Like, I'm that's what I've had to do. Like, is really get out of my comfort zone, trying different genres, trying different, things, and learning skills that are like, ugh, like I'm not good with making beats, actually, like doing the rhythm and stuff, like as a producer. It's like not my strength. It's quite a bit of work making a really advanced percussion and sophisticated, not borrowing, not repeating, like looping sounds. You know what I mean? Like
You
you
know
got
that
it's
I
work.
know exactly what you're talking about. So
Yeah.
this whole thing that you're teaching me now, something I've never really looked into, but that other stuff of making a beat, and that's what I've been doing for these last like uh 20 years or whatever, doing the
So like you
fills.
and me are like I swear to God, like I was talking to Peter, he's got a really good ear for style and genre, like given his DJing experience.
Hmm.
It'd be interesting what we could create all together. Like Pete's like maybe mind and like your engineering and some of my harmonic, wizardry. I think that could be interesting to see what at some
Yeah,
point, at some
for
point,
for sure.
not
And
like
and
right away. You got stuff, I got stuff going on, right? But like
one of the hardest things is like mastering it as well, how it all
yes.
fits in the mix. And those are things I'm still learning about, but I think in the last few years I've gotten a lot better at that kind of stuff too.
See, like, Peter was like looking at this, investing into this like production course. It was a lot of money and got really hard sold on it. And
Hmm.
he came close to pulling the trigger and he's like, what am I thinking? Like, he could just talk to you. So I invited him to come over to my place, bring his laptop. Like, I'll get him to open up his Ableton. And I'm not like an Ableton, user, but
Hmm.
um, I was just thinking like I'd help him at least learn how to open up a MIDI track, assign a sound, open up a MIDI region, start drawing some notes in. And then I wanted to get him on the train and starting to create some chord progressions and just start because
Cool.
he's been thinking about it for a while.
Awesome.
Dude, I want to acknowledge you. I know this was a heavy one. You've come a ways, and what I saw you do and the way that you integrated. I want to ask you, like, like what would you have been able to do that type of chord progression stuff uh, before, like, you know, uh, taking any this course, or is that new stuff that you're doing in there? Is that stuff that you just
Dude,
wouldn't have normally?
that's totally new stuff. Like what I was doing before is just like the root chords, and maybe I would like drop the lower octave, but that's about it. Or like it's
Yeah,
just some boring stuff. Or I might raise the higher octave, but I wasn't opening it like the fifths or adding seconds or doing two on top of each other. Like I wasn't doing any of that stuff. So
inversions.
yeah, and then also like I really appreciate the charts you have like on those top 10 famous chord progressions. So I've been
Nice.
incorporating that too because I've always wondered which ones sound good together, and I was just doing the same boring ones. I was doing like 1 3 4 5, 1 3 5 4, messing around with those ones, but I wasn't really messing around with the sixth or
Hmm.
like stuff like that. So it's uh it's definitely expanded my mind. And I won't guarantee I'm going to pick up everything that you teach me, but if I know that it's there, at least I can think about there's things that I don't know, right?
That is where all possibility exists, brother.
Right, and that's I'm trying to do that in more than one way in my life. So,
I
um,
gotcha.
yeah, like spiritual books. I read a lot of spiritual books. I think you do
Yeah,
too. And I'm
I
trying to
have.
do that. I'm doing that as well with the universe. I want to know the things that I don't know,
Mhm.
and so
Yeah.
yeah, this it all falls in line, man, with the music and everything.
Man, yeah, I can't wait to see what you do with that track. Like it sounded, it looks like what you were good. Like I found we found that one note. It was just that one note, you know.
Dude, that was a total like producer mistake, like for
You just
sure.
put it,
Like
yeah. You didn't even. It was just like
I
off the
was just
cuff. Like
moving so
yeah,
many stuff around that
yeah,
I got lost in there.
hmm
So that was cool that you could hear that, man. That's awesome.
yeah. No, I
But
looked
yeah,
at.
she's
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say she's gonna come over sometime this week, and I guess Johan's gonna be here too for that.
Right.
She's We're gonna have to kick Yo out of his room because that's my studio booth. I got my mics in that room.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, so and then I didn't want to work too much on the beat. I just wanted to have something in the background, and then I'm gonna build it all from there. So
Nice.
I got lyrics and everything too. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude.
Good for you. Honestly, when you opened up your MIDI regions and showed me what you did, I was just like,
Okay.
I salute you, man. Like,
Oh, thanks, man.
right
I
on.
appreciate it.
Like, honestly, I wanted you to know that. Like, I'm really stoked to see. Like, I could see that you're implementing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was, and I was actually very, very proud of it. So thanks for noticing that.
yeah, totally, man. It's like it is next level. So, I mean, like, I'm just
Thanks, man.
that's the whole goal here. I know we've gone
Yeah,
over 2 hours now, so I'm gonna let you go
yeah,
so we
yeah,
could
yeah, for sure.
probably keep rocking in the free world. I'll stop this recording and let's see if I can do that. How do I just do that? I should just be able to do that. It's like, where is it? Ah, there it is.
I was gonna say